Hello everyone. Today we are going to see a very interesting SQL interview question, international call percentage. A phone call is considered as an international call when the person calling is in a different country than the person receiving a call. What percentage of the phone calls are international? Round the result to one decimal place. Here we are given two different tables. One is the phone information and the other one is the phone calls. If you see the phone information, here we are given the caller ID, the country code, the network and the phone number. In the phone calls table, we are given the caller ID and the receiver ID and the time in which they made the call. If you see the records, the caller ID 1 made a phone call to receiver ID 2. So if you see here, both are in US. This is not a international call. Whereas caller ID 1 made a call to caller ID 5. So this is from US to India. So this is an international call. The third record 5 to 1. So this is an international call. And the fourth record is from 5 to 6. So this is not an international call. Out of this, 50% of the records are in international call. The output is 50%. Let's see how we can solve this problem. I have given the create statement and the insert statement for this problem so that you can try on your own. So here is our data, the phone calls table and the phone information table. So how can we solve this problem? So we can break down this problem into three different steps. First, we can find out the callers and the receivers country information, and next we can find out what is the total number of international calls and the total number of calls, and then we can calculate the percentage of international calls. Now let's get into the solution. So I'm going to join the phone calls table and the phone information table. Select asterisk from phone calls. I'm going to alias this as P, join with phone info table. I'm going to alias this as caller, and I'm also going to do a self join to get the receiver information. So this table I'm going to alias this as receiver. So the caller table I'm going to join with on P dot caller ID equals caller dot caller ID, and the receiver table I'm going to join with P dot receiver ID ID is joined with receiver dot caller ID. So here in the phone information table we have the caller ID, whereas here we have caller ID as well as the receiver ID. So we have made the join. Let's see if it is running fine. Good. Here we have the caller ID and the country ID and the caller ID and the corresponding country ID. So I need only the country information. So I'm going to select caller dot country ID comma receiver dot country ID. Let's run this. Okay. So here we have the country IDs, both the country IDs. Let me alias both the field. One is the caller and the other one is a receiver. Receiver. So let me run this. Yes. Now I'm going to create this as a CTE with CTE as this subquery. Let me select the CTE. Select asterisk from CTE. Let me run the entire query. Okay. Now I need to find out the percentage. So for that I need to know the number of international calls. What is the international call? If caller is different from the receiver, it is an international call. So for that I am going to use a case statement. Case when caller.country ID is not equal to receiver dot country is not equal to receiver dot country ID, then I'm going to add 1, else it is going to be 0, and I'm going to alias this as CT. Let me run this code. Okay, so we have 2 international calls and 2 local calls. Now let's find out the percentage. So how do you find out the percentage? If you sum these two, you will get the result as 2. And if you count the number of records, it is going to be 4. So if you divide 2 divided by 4, that is 50%. So let's do that. sum of CT divided by count of CT. Let's run this. So that is 50%. Now we need only one decimal place. Now let's before that let's do the percentage. That is going to be into 100. Let's run this. Yes, it's 100%. Now let's round it up to populate only one decimal place. Round to one decimal place. Here is the answer. Thank you for watching. If you do like the video, please like and subscribe. Thank you.